There are two things every rancher knows about water rights. Whoever controls the dam, controls the lake. Whoever messes with that, better learn to swim. Karen? She didn't know either. It all started when I came back from a week-long cattle auction to find a brand new iron gate blocking the private road to my lake. My own lake. The one that sits smack in the middle of my property. Fed by a dam I personally maintain under contract with the county. And there she was, HOA Karen, wearing a sun hat the size of a satellite dish, standing proudly beside a sign that read, "Private. HOA members only. No ranch access." I nearly dropped my coffee. "Karen," I said, calm as can be, "why's there a gate on my road?" She smiled sweetly, which is always a bad sign. "Oh, we've decided to repurpose the lake for HOA recreational use. Kayaking, picnics, paddleboards, all community activities. You can request access through the HOA board." I stared for a second, then laughed. "Karen, this lake isn't in your HOA. It's mine. The road's mine. The dam's mine." She snorted. "Not anymore. We annexed the area into the HOA boundary last month. It's community property now." "Annexed?" I repeated. "You mean you drew it on a map with a Sharpie?" She blinked. "It's official enough." Oh, she had no idea. I walked back to my truck, calm as a monk, and called my attorney, who just chuckled and said, "You own the dam, right?" "Yep." "Then don't say a word. Just adjust the valves." The next day, I drove down to the dam control shed and flipped the bypass valve, just enough to lower the lake level by a few feet. Perfectly legal. Routine maintenance. But oh, the effect. By noon, Karen was on Facebook Live, ranting about how the HOA's private lake was disappearing. Her precious dock, the one she'd built without a permit, was now sitting crooked in the mud. She called the sheriff, again, claiming I was vandalizing community property. When they arrived, I met them with a binder full of ownership papers, water rights permits, and county maintenance contracts, all under my name. The deputy took one look, tipped his hat, and said, "Seems pretty clear to me, ma'am. This lake ain't yours." Karen was fuming. "Then he can't take the water." The deputy grinned. "Ma'am, he's not taking it. He's just moving his water." For the next week, she tried everything. She called emergency meetings, filed complaints, even tried to build a sandbag wall to protect HOA shoreline assets. But you can't fight physics or ownership rights. By the weekend, her side of the lake looked like a marsh, while my ranch side was perfectly fine. Still full, still flowing. Because the dam doesn't drain evenly. I made sure of that when I built it years ago. Finally, the county sent an inspector. Turns out, the HOA's annexation was completely illegal. They'd been claiming parts of my land for months on their newsletters and collecting extra lakefront fees from residents. Fraud. Pure and simple. Within 2 days, the county revoked their water access rights and hit them with $120,000 in fines for illegal land use and unpermitted construction. The HOA board resigned in disgrace. Karen lost her seat permanently. And me? I built a brand new electronic gate at the lake road. This time with a keypad, cameras, and a shiny new sign. Private property. Trespassers will be hosed. Droplet a month later, I was fishing at sunset when I saw Karen walking her tiny dog near the shore, on the legal side this time. She waved awkwardly. "Nice weather," she muttered. I tipped my hat. "Sure is. Perfect day to appreciate boundaries." She didn't respond, just turned and walked off, leash tangled around her ankles. Now the HOA's new rulebook includes a clause called the Dam Clause. It reads, "No member shall interfere with private property water rights, ownership, or structures belonging to adjacent landowners." In other words, don't mess with the man who owns the dam. Because when you block my access, I don't argue. I just lower the lake. Water waves smiling face with sunglasses.